Hey, what's going on everybody? It's your boy King Phantom, and first things first, before I come back to you guys, I am finally back here at Marshall. If you guys can notice, as I finally got my dorm room background. I just got back today around 11 o'clock. Let me lower this down a little bit. I got back at like 11 o'clock today. Actually probably like 10 something, because I watched SWC. Shout out to Epsilon for beating Enemy. Enemy played great, but the 3-0 was like, I feel like Enemy was gonna lose to Cloud9 or Epsilon. And I will say, adapting kind of bodied Anderson. Now, I was going back and talking to some other people. I was just kind of blinded by NA bias, by how I was explaining why I thought Anderson was better. Honestly, adapting proved himself consistently throughout the season. I'm not saying Anderson didn't, but adapting single-handedly just won games. Anderson took over games, but he didn't single-handedly win them all the time. And like, that's what I'm not going to get into that today. We are going to be having a guide today. I actually made one for some Kong support, but through some recent actions, which I'm actually going to tell you right now, is I did tell you guys I was going to be supporting for a team. Now, there was some stuff that happened which I may or may not make a video about. It's not the biggest deal, but it's just something I just want to discuss. I actually probably will make a video about it, which I'm no longer the support. I'm no longer really on the team. So yeah, so that kind of got me down. So I was liking Smite, and then all of a sudden this happened. So it's like, dang, what am I gonna do? So I was like, I need something that revitalizes my love for Smite again, because that really made me kind of hate Smite, because stuff like that happens all the time. I know it's a business. So I was like, I started out Smite as a mid laner, so let's go back to mid. And I'm actually enjoying it. Like, I feel like right now about mid, the way I was about solo, probably the first like 3/4 of the time I played solo. Like, I absolutely loved the solo so much. Like, literally, like, sometimes in rank, I was a little douchebag about it. I said solo or dodge, solo or feed, and people took it seriously, and I was able to solo, and I loved it so much. But I also have a Bronze to Masters series I want to be on my channel. I don't know if at this time if I uploaded it yet. Actually, I know for a fact I haven't uploaded it yet. So I'll upload that video and this video, but I don't know which one's going to be first. I'll just upload whichever one I see first. So today we're going to be talking about Isis, the god of... What is she the god of? What are you the god of? You know, you are the god of women with circles on their back. But basically Isis is basically mage. She's playing the middle lane. Don't really know what I'm talking about. Probably should have structured this better, but this is the first video. We're just kind of trying to fill everything out. So okay, can we like restart? Alright. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy King Phantom. Welcome to another video on my channel. And today we're going to be doing a mid guide on Isis. Now, Isis is usually played in the mid lane, can be played in solo, but that's only for Zayla because he's stupid, and that's the reason why he didn't win Worlds. But what we're going to do, we're actually going to just basically go over the build, the abilities, and just a general overview on how I feel. So let's go ahead and get into it. So basically, this is my mid build for Isis. Now, this is actually a very versatile build, because this build can actually be played on any mid laner. Literally anti-mid laner. I said anti. Literally any mid laner can use this build. Now, I will kind of go through why I like each item, especially in its place, because this is kind of an awkward build. But let's just stop and get to it. So basically, whichever one to start out with is either Vampiric Shout and a Power Pot. So it'll look like this. You're going to Power Pot. What you're going to do, you're going to get 2 health, and then you're going to get 3 mana, like so. You're gonna do that, or what you're gonna do is you're gonna start Vampiric Shot and boots 1, and then get 4 health and 4 mana. And whichever one you get, you're going to eventually build into Shoes of Focus. The reason I like Shoes of Focus is Isis has a lot of control, a lot of CC, so I like to really emphasize that. Now, the pin boots are not bad, like literally not at all, but I just like the utility as well as the additional mana and cooldown reduction. It's very, very good. Now, this is where the build gets diverse. Usually, I like to go for Book of Thoth. For some odd reason, I'm usually out, like, once landing phase is over, I'm usually like 1,000 gold, well, not 1,000, probably like 800 gold ahead of the enemy mid laner. I somehow just know how to farm as Isis, because, like, it'll be like 5 minutes in the game, I'll have a random 400 gold lead. I don't understand why. Like, I know Isis has a very strong early game, but it's like, I'm not really pushing that many creeps in the tower. I just happening to farm better. So usually if I'm doing very well, I like to emphasize that and kind of maybe snowball a little bit, so I build Book of Thoth. What it does, it gives me lots of magical power, enhances my mana, and overall it just gives you just kind of everything you want. Now I will say this, if you die before the enemy mid laner, or you die, well, hold on, how should I say this? If you take an early, how about this? If you take an early death, so I say after Shoes of Focus, if you had at least 1 or 2 deaths, I say instead of building a Thoth, you're going to want to build a Warlock Sash. Now, what the Warlock Sash will do, this will give you a lot of tankiness, so you can survive a lot of blows. Because obviously you're going to be a little more squishy than everyone else, because you're most likely going to be a lower level. Now, it will take a little bit longer to get it online, but you're most likely going to be playing much safer now because of this. Now, 2 possible things you can do. You can go straight into the Spirit Magus after your stacking item, or sometimes what I like to do, if I did take an early death, but the mid laner is not really pressuring me that much, you know, there's a jungler, like, or at least I think I can take him now. Maybe I just made an early mistake. I actually do go double stacking, so I'll go Warlocks into Book of Thoth. Important that you go Warlocks first, because that's 100 stacks, so you need to do that as much as possible. And Book of Thoth is basically cost effective the minute you buy it, because you inherently get a lot of mana. And like I said, Spirit Magus, you always want to go that. You can go as Hidden Shard in few scenarios where they're extremely tanky, but generally I would like to go with the Spirit Magus. Now the next thing we're going to go, regardless if you're going to get a route to Hoodie, you want to get a big power spike. Like I said, I like getting this 4th item if I go single stacking, because this gives you, I think, like 300 to 400 magical power whenever you get this online as your 4th item, and it is very, very good. It gives you a lot of MP5, which means your cooldown and the crap ton you have, you'll be able to just throw out Spirit Balls, Wind Gusts, Silences, and all to willy-nilly. Like I said, you guys know what Rod 2 does. This gives you a crap ton of power. Now, next thing in the general build, I do like getting Soul Reaver. Now, Soul Reaver gives you big burst, because think about it, you're going cooldown shoes and you're possibly going Warlocks. So getting that Soul Reaver will give you all that damage made up, because if you're building very tanky and you only have a Spirit of the Magus, you're not going to be doing as much. So getting the Soul Reaver, like I said, gives you the big burst, and also gives you mana. So if you get Book of Thoth, it gives you a lot of power addition to that, and it gives 100 magic power, which that's awesome. It's only 25 less than Rod. I mean, Rod has the passive, but I mean, at the same time, actually, you're getting 100 from each, aren't you? Yeah, you're getting 200 just from Soul Reaver and Book of Thoth plus the passives. Now, the last thing I like to get, since I did not go Warlock Sash in the general build, I would like to get E-Staff, because I do not want to get bursted down. Now, you could actually put this at any other point in the build, but I do like putting it at the end, because I want to be able to snowball, because like I said, for some reason, whenever I play Isis, I just perform very, very well, and I don't really need the extra tankiness, because I'm able to place my ults well, I'm able to dodge abilities, I'm able to just basically play how I need to play. Now, like I said, you can play this style with any guy. I'll even show you. Let's see, Giannis. I have the same build for Giannis. Come on. As you see, I have the same build for Giannis, because like I said, every god can utilize this. Like I said, I also have the same build for Agni. For Agni. There you go. There you go. But like I said, the reason why this build works is because cooldown reduction on all mages really just it's hard. Because like I said, you can get the pin boots. That's completely fine. I will never say you no to getting pin boots. But the fact that you can get more utility out your mages is very, very strong, as well as Book of Thoth is also good in all mages, because you want burst. Book of Thoth gives you burst. Super Magus is better in Decision Shard. Until I think actually you do more DPS to a target up until I think max protection's at 325 with Spirit of the Magus rather than Decision Shard. But I mean, there are situations where you're going to get Decision Shard before they have 325. No one really builds 325 magical power, which, yeah. But like I said, like one more time, the reason why that build works, like I said, I have it on all of my mid lane mages. I have, like I said, all of these. Now there are some exceptions, like Zonquay is an exception. I think Ra is an obsession. Like I said, they can use this build, but there's other ways to build them that highlight what they do a little better. Like I said, I even can use this for Hell, which, I mean, like I said, there's better ways to build Hell, but you can even use this on Hell. You can use a Slid Shield on any one of the mid lane mages. Now going back to Isis, we're going to go over her abilities now. As soon as I stop having 15 frames per second, rip. Basically, let's go over passive. Basically, if people die around her, she basically gets more sustain. So she get HP 5 and MP 5 for every stack. And she gets a stack by being around somebody when they die, whether it be enemy or foe. Now, the passive stacks apply to you, and then they also apply to your team in an aura. So people around you will also be able to heat your passive. You will see the triangle at the bottom right of your screen if you have the aura on you. Now her second ability is One Gust. This is her main wave clear ability as long as her movement ability. Basically, she flaps her wings 4 times, giving a decent amount of damage. She's actually immune to roots and knockback effects, so she's pretty good against mid-neath, which is actually rising a whole lot because of super regionals, and just because it's a pretty good power pick. And like I said, you get no movement speed penalty going back, and it gives you a movement speed bonus, so it's pretty good. Only a 10-second cooldown with CDR. I think you get like a 6 something, maybe 7 something cooldown, which is pretty nice. Her second ability is Spirit Ball. Basically, this is her main form of CC. Basically, you launch a circular projectile in a line, and you can detonate it at any point in time. The farther it travels, the more damage it does. It stuns, and like I said, it does scale. It actually has a decent amount of magical power with it, and it also has a 10-second cooldown, so you do get a very, very good cooldown with it when you buy CDR boots. And this Dispel Magic is a slow as well as a magic protection debuff. So basically what she will do, she will not only slow you, and actually she will also silence you with this, which does grow between levels. She will steal your magical protections and add it for as herself. So basically she is stealing your magical protection, which helps her blow you up. And it's on an 18-second cooldown, which is not the best, but like I said, since you're getting CDR, it's pretty good. Actually, it's probably like a 12 or something like that. And then everyone knows what Isis is all about. The main reason why you probably pick Isis is a circle of protection. Basically what this is, you launch your freaking stick thing that's on your back, you put it in the ground, and it gives you like a big, huge, like circular area where enemies and allies that take damage in it, it builds a charge. And like I said, you will see like rings pop up on the inside saying how charge is getting. Now I believe this is on for 5 seconds, I believe, and then it charges, but you can charge it early. But honestly, the fact that you can heal a lot from it, as well as get a big burst of damage depending on how much the charge is pretty good. Because I mean, look, at max charge scale, it's 3.5. 3.5. That's a lot. Like, I'm telling you guys, that's a crap ton. Like, ew. Like, ew. So basically, how I like to level up is, like I said, max out the 1. Like I said, the main thing you're going to do, you're going to get your 1, and then you're not going to get your Dispel Magic at level 3 unless for some odd reason they have an ability that you want to silence out, or maybe you have like a magical jungler and you'll be able to move the protections, which you're not going to be moving a lot. You're going to be moving like 10% at level 1, but I mean it does help you blow them up. So like I said, max out the 1, get the 3, get the ult. Now actually something I do sometimes, I actually backtrack a little bit. Actually at level 5, if I do not plan on rotating or actually using the ult, I will get my 3 right there. This gets it to level 3, which gets you 75 damage per gust plus 4% scaling, which is, like I said, it's pretty good. It helps your wave clear out so much because like Ice's early game clear is just so fantastic. So it's really up to you. Saying generally you want to get the ult, but like there are some situations where you don't have to. Like I said, you're going to max out the 1 first, just because it's your most damage. Well, your easiest to confirm damage as well, because the Spirit Ball I'm pretty sure does more. I'm probably wrong. Like I said, you want to get the Spirit Ball, you want to get Circle, you want to max out Wind Gust, Spirit Ball, Circle, Spirit Ball, Dispel, Dispel, Circle, Dispel, Dispel, Circle. That's how I like to level up Isis. So let's just do a quick overview of Isis. Basically, she has a lot of control, and she has lots of utility, especially like she's a very good objective killer with her ultimate, letting all of it stack up. And with the team fight, like I said, again with the circle protection, she can lay it down, heal her team as well, burst down the other team. So she's very good, especially with CDR, and then a decent amount of penetration and power late. But like I said, you want at least 1 CDR item on her, and we will look at the build one more time just to do it. So we're going to go cooldown choose, Book of Thoth or Warlock's Hash. Like I said, if you die early, get Warlock's Hash. If you're ahead and you want Snowball, get Book. You want to get Spear, and the Rod, and the Soul Reaver, and the E-Staff. Alright guys, well that's the build with Isis, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm enjoying playing Isis a lot. I find myself doing very well with her for some odd reason, because I used to not like this character. But if you guys liked the video and you want to see more of this, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.